Good morning, everyone. Welcome to a regularly scheduled meeting of Committee of the Whole. I am Councilmember Andrew Johnson. I'll be chairing this meeting today as Council Vice President Elizabeth Glidden is out of town on a trip. And today we are joined by Council Members Fry, Warsame, Quincy, Yang, Bender, and Kano. And we have before us 3 items on our consent agenda and then our regularly scheduled reports of committee. These 3 items before us are from Human Resources. The first is a HRA and VIBA trust agreement amendments with U.S. Bank. The next item is retired employees Medicare supplement contracts with several of our providers. And the third is our flexible spending account amendment to the city's MinFlex plan. So I will move all 3 of those items forward on consent. Do we have any discussion? Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed? All right, that motion carries. That we are on to reports of committee, and our first committee is Community Development and Regulatory Services. Chair Goodman, would you please
thank you, Mr. Chair. Can you just give me a moment? I'll pass to the next committee and then come back.
All right. Well, we will move on to Health, Environment, and Community Engagement. I do not see Chair Gordon here. I normally vice chair that. I guess I'll read through our items here. We are bringing forward 5 items from Health, Environment, and Community Engagement. The first is City Planning Commission mayoral appointment. We are bringing forward 3 items. The first is an abrasive blasting permits ordinance. The second is a resolution declaring Minneapolis a pollinator-friendly community. And the third is a lead and healthy homes service grant. So with that, do I see any discussion? Happy to stand for questions. All right, seeing none, we'll move on to intergovernmental relations. Councilmember Kano.
Excuse me. Thank you, Mr. Chair. So for the intergovernmental relations report, if you give me a second, I arrived a little bit late, so I'm going to have to pull up the agenda electronically. I thought it would be printed before me, but I'm going to have to pull it up. There we go. Thank God for technology. So let's see here. We have 4 items. The first one is a response to the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission's request for comments on license amendment application for Crown Miller hydroelectric project. Item number 2 is our energy and climate policy positions. Item number 3 is a report on suspension of runway operations at the Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport. And number 4 was our federal, state, and local legislative updates. So with that, I'll move the items forward.
Not seeing any questions here. With that, we will move on to our Community Development and Regulatory Services Committee with Chair Goodman.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Chair. The Community Development and Regulatory Services Committee is bringing 18 items forward for approval on Friday. Item number 1 is our consolidated plan to HUD. Item number 2 is a property assessment, as is item 3 and 4. These are PACE projects. They are projects that allow for energy improvements to be assessed against property owners' property taxes. Item number 5, 6, 7, 8 are land sales. Items 9 and 10 are extended hours for the hot dog carts on Hennepin Avenue. Item 11 is a change in our ordinances related to lead poisoning. Item 12 is our quasi-judicial public hearing denying the application for massage and bodywork license and adopting the hearing officer's finding of the facts for Kim Yee's Massage and Bodyworks at 507 East Lake Street. Item 13 are all of the gambling liquor licenses. Item number, all of those gambling licenses we have out there. Item number 14 is approving a list of projects in the city of Minneapolis that Hennepin County's HRA is going to help fund. Item 15 is allowing Hennepin County to issue housing entitlement bonds for a project at 4041 Hiawatha Avenue. I'll note we don't have enough bonds to do this project, which is why Hennepin County is stepping in. Item number 16 has been postponed 2 cycles to have our staff review the financial implications of the University Avenue Innovation District redevelopment. Item 17 are the final TIF plan and resolutions on the TIF note with regard to the Corcoran Triangle, which is a really superb project, affordable housing project off of Lake Street that's been in the works for about 6 years. Item 18 is accepting environmental grants. With that, I'll answer questions on items 1 through 18 for approval on Friday.
Great, thank you. I'm not seeing any questions. So with that, Public Safety, Civil Rights, and Emergency Management Committee Chair, Councilmember Yang.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We have 2 items. The first item of note is something that you were an author of, and this is the repeal of the Hats and Conducts in Theater ordinance. Item number 2 is authorizing an amendment to a contract for SROs, or school resource officers, in city schools. And with that, I can stand for questions.
Thank you. Not seeing any questions, so we'll move on to Ways and Means Committee with Chair Quincy.
Thank you. Ways and Means will bring forward 17 items for consideration on Friday. There are 2 legal settlements, a construction contract amendment with Shaw Lundquist, a facility use agreement with Public Functionary, bid for Fridley's Softening Plant Accessible Toilet Locker Room Upgrade Project, the lease space at 340 27th Avenue Northeast contract amendment. The Hoff Ramp has a contract amendment with Goldberg Bonding. Curry Truck Wash Project has a contract amendment with Ebert Construction. And we have the Animal Care and Control Dog Run Project, a slight contract amendment for that project. Fire and Police Campus, there's several re-roofing project contract amendments with Central Roofing. We have the item number 11 on our agenda will be the TIF revenue refunding bonds for the Ivy Tower and East River Unocal site projects. Item number 12 is going to be the Enterprise Land Management System, known as ELMS. It's a contract amendment with Marco Group and Woolpert, Inc. Item number 13 is going to be the implementation of the Enterprise Land Management System contract amendment with Sierra Cedar. Item number 14 is a GIS support contract amendment with Canon Solutions America. This is for the GIS plotter printing. And item number 15 is a bid for 10th and LaSalle signage project. Item number 16 is Hennepin County Bicycle Improvement Funds. This is accepting an award of $54,971 from the county for the Broadway Street Northeast Bicycle and Pedestrian Path Project. There's also, and finally, item number 17 is Historic Structures Report and Existing Conditions Study for PV Plaza. And that's authorizing negotiation and execution of that contract. Happy to stand for any questions.
Not seeing any questions. Thank you. With that, we'll move on to Zoning and Planning Committee with Chair Bender.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We have 5 items from Zoning and Planning this cycle. Item number 1 is confirming a mayoral appointment to the Planning Commission. Item number 2 is a rezoning application for 3400 Technology Drive from I-1 to I-2 to allow for a metal furniture production use in an existing building. Item number 3 is a zoning code ordinance change related to allowing single and 2-family homes in high-density districts. Item number 4 is a local historic designation for the Golden Valley Road Apartment Historic District. And item number 5 is the designation of the Lowry Hill East Historic Residential District, with a couple of changes that we brought through the Zoning and Planning Committee to add some structures that were originally non-conforming to make them conforming. I can answer any questions.
Not seeing any questions. So with that, thanks everybody. This meeting is adjourned.